Hey, what's up, guys? It's Chris Nelson. It is Thursday, September 28th, 2023. And right now, Elon Musk is at the border, and I've got two live streams from it. And one is from, oh, yeah. So, Mr. T here. Mr. T took what did he take? The flu and COVID-19 booster. Okay, Mr. T, I love you, man. You were amazing. Clubber Lang. I absolutely love you, Mr. T. You have lived one of the greatest lives. I will miss you very much. But this is just very sad. Don't thank God. Don't thank God for the flu shot and the COVID shot, because these things did not come from God. All right, do not put that on God, dude. But here is, all right, Elon Musk is at the border at Eagles Pass. Let's go ahead and watch this. He's been doing live streams.
Let's go live again. Hopefully this works.
Okay.
So
This is where all these people.
we're back live. So I uploaded like a 15-minute video, but I think the cell connection here is not super good. Would be helpful to have some Starlink perhaps.
Yes, there you go.
But
Deal.
I'll be uploading the 15-minute video as soon as I get a good connection, and hopefully this live stream is working reasonably well. All right, well, let's just continue. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Let's
All right.
continue. Over here is the Border Patrol.
Okay.
And you'll see it. I mean, right here under the bridge, you're seeing hundreds of people getting processed, and this is every single day. And they'll go to another soft-sided facility that has thousands of people. Right now, It's over 5,000 people. And so over here to the right, literally under a bridge, a lot of trade happens here in the city.
Okay. So it's just sort of like that's the bridge, and there's like people getting processed, and then they come across on those the trains over there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like an initial intake spot, and then they'll send them through, but it's nonstop all day long. And you notice all the Border Patrol agents, the number one thing the Border Patrol agents ask of me is to get back out in the field. They don't want to be here processing people. They want to be catching bad actors. And they're not, they're just, you've got dozens of them here. And this is probably the biggest issue. If we can do that, then we keep America safe from fentanyl and opioids and some of these things that are killing all Americans.
Okay, just to go over some of the numbers that we talked about in the video that I'll upload later.
What's up, Beta?
There's roughly, and correct me if I'm wrong, about 2.5 million processed legals per year. And then it's somewhat debatable how many are sort of unprocessed, but maybe it's like in total, quote, maybe 4 or 5 million illegal immigrants per year. This number is also has reached all-time highs.
All-time highs.
And it's continuing to increase.
Yes.
And nothing, as far as you know, is being done about it at the federal level.
Nothing. Things, simple things, common sense things that we can enact can make a difference today. Simple things like raising the level of credible fear. Many people are seeking asylum are not going to qualify for asylum.
Yeah, move to where you can get a better.
Yes.
I don't know. We can maybe like
do this way.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah. That is,
Look at Elon Musk in that.
Yeah. So
cowboy
right
hat.
now, last month there was over 200,000 people that came over illegally. So that is, that's in the millions. You multiply that times 12. Here you are, 2.5 million people coming over. Most of the
illegals per year, and then it's somewhat debatable how many are sort of unprocessed, but maybe it's like in total, quote, maybe 4 or 5 million illegal immigrants per year. This number is also has reached all-time highs.
all-time highs.
And it's continuing to increase.
Yes.
And nothing, as far as you know, is being done about it at the federal level.
Nothing. Things, simple things, common sense things that we can enact can make a difference today. Simple things like raising the level of credible fear. Many people are seeking asylum are not going to qualify for asylum.
Yeah, move to where you can get a better. I don't know. We can maybe like
do this way.
I don't know. Sure.
Yeah. That is,
Okay.
Yeah, so right now, last month there was over 200,000 people that came over illegally. So that is, that's in the millions. So you multiply that times 12. Here you are.
200,000 people have come over in a month, guys. All right. I know that Aiden, what's up? My faithful viewer. And sorry I'm like an hour late, but I don't know. You're probably too young to remember 9/11, but if this was going on right after 9/11, which it was, but I don't know if it was to this degree, I mean, there would be major cause for alarm. I mean, you don't know. There hasn't been a terrorist attack in a while. You don't know who these guys are. All we know is they're young men. These are men in their 20s coming across the border. These are not women running across the border with a baby. And by the way, try this on the Syria border. Try this on the border of any other country. Actually, don't do it. I don't recommend it. But DeSantis has said this. He's going to stop this. Military at the border, get this under control.
2.5 million people coming over. Most of the people that are seeking asylum are not going to qualify for asylum. 9 out of 10 actually are not. So one of the things that we can do is we can raise the asylum criteria.
Now an important point is that although, as you're saying, like basically 90% do not qualify for asylum, of the 90% that do not qualify for asylum, how many are sent back to the country of origin?
0. I mean, here in this Del Rio sector. Point. In Del Rio sector alone, you have 2,500 people coming over illegally a day and 0 sending back.
0. Not even like a 10.
Not even
nothing. 0.
Nothing. So what kind of signal does that send the rest of the world?
Sure.
This is where you need to come, and this is you're not going to be sent back.
Okay, so there's basically no repercussions.
No repercussions. That's the number one thing that this administration has to do. There has to be some repercussions. Now it's due process. Make sure that people get their day in court. That I've been advocating that one person that does qualify for asylum, we need to make sure that they don't get sent back to certain death or anything like that. But the 9 out of 10 that don't, I mean, there has to be repercussions. And once you do that, Elon, this goes away. It went away for Trump, it went away for Obama, it went away for Bush, it went away for Clinton, and they're not willing to do that, and I don't understand why.
Wow.
Well, when you reached out to the White House, what's their
Bush, Obama, and Trump. They said, look, this asylum claim, yes, Governor Lake needs to stay in California, where she belongs, with her other lib friends. When I called her Governor Lake, no, she did not like that very much. You would think she would. But let's go on with this, because this is much more important than stupid diva Kari Lake, who I don't find her interesting or even worth a breath talking about. The GOP establishment just keeps shoving her in everybody's face, though, so... it's something you have to deal with, but let's go with this.
Response.
Their response is it is a political problem. It is not
what does that mean?
They think it's just, the Republicans are blaming the Democrats. Democrats are blaming the Republicans. And
they think it's not real?
It's not real. It's a political problem. Honestly, what's working the most is these mayors from these cities. They're all many times Democrat mayors.
Mayor of New York, in fact.
Mayor of New York, the
governor of New York.
Governor, exactly. El Paso, the mayor of El Paso. These places, anything that this crisis.
It's not a partisan issue.
It's not. It's a policy issue.
Yeah.
It's a policy issue, and we can be humane, and we can be all these things, and we can protect those that qualify for asylum, but we also need to have repercussions for people that don't.
Sure, exactly. And I mean, we're in this absurd situation where the vast majority of people are not in fact asylum seekers. You can actually read on Google in any language you want. What are the magic words you need to say?
Yes.
And then you're automatically in the asylum sort of queue, which takes several years before you actually see anyone. And then even if you do see one, even if you are denied, you're not deported.
Exactly. And once you do that, all that does is attract more people to come over illegally. And ultimately, it undermines those that are trying to do it legally.
Yeah, absolutely. To be clear, we're both very much in favor of expanded legal immigration. I think anyone who is hardworking and honest should be, and it's really going to add to you know, be a net addition to the economy, I think we should let them in.
Yes.
But I mean, what we're seeing here are, in some cases, some pretty extreme individuals coming through.
Sure.
Obviously, not suggesting everyone is like this, but you're talking about, you know, a guy who came through who had face tattoos, including tears.
Yes.
Tattooed on his face.
Yes.
The tear, when somebody tattoos a tear, it means that they have murdered someone.
Yeah.
And they are so proud of having murdered someone that they tattoo one tear on their face for every person that they kill. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. I mean, these are
and this
people,
person just claimed asylum.
and
we just let them in.
We let them in. Again, ahead of
serial murderer.
Exactly.
Who is proud of their murders.
Yes.
The other piece, insane.
The other piece of it too is many of these people are coming from Central and South America, where culturally it is not acceptable to have tattoos at all. Period.
Right. So it's a big deal.
It's a big deal to have a tattoo. It's an even bigger deal to have a neck tattoo and a face tattoo. That means it's almost certain that you are culturally unacceptable wherever you came from. So there's a lot of red flags.
All right. So they're not sending their best, okay, basically. And let's just be real. I mean, this is why we elected Trump. I mean, was not the reason that you voted for Trump the fact that he was going to get the border under control, that build the wall. I mean, I talked to Brick Suit yesterday out in California, and his brick suit is the wall. That was it. And a lot of these guys, you know, they want to make an excuse for Trump and say that, oh, well, he tried to build the wall, he just couldn't get it done. All right. These forces wouldn't let him. And you know, basically these are excuses. I mean, like in my life, I could say like, look, I meant to wake up early, but forces beyond my control prevented me from doing it. i.e., I did not want to get out of bed because I stayed up too late the night before. And I overslept. Forces beyond my control would not allow me to get done what needed to be done. All right. So that's what we got with Trump. And he didn't do this. All right. He didn't. Look, I get it. It's not easy to be president. I probably couldn't get the border wall built. Okay. I don't know. But DeSantis knows how to get shit done. I mean, he does. He's done it in Florida. Okay. And I think, again, and it's just crazy because, like, I'm not young. And this issue has been a major issue, like, my entire life. This has not gotten under control. Now, I want to point to Jonathan Lee Riches, who I love this guy. He's down there too. And Jonathan is filming Elon Musk down at the border. Okay? So here's his video. This is at Eagles Pass. And this is where all the
So there's the bus down there.
Wonderful people come through.
Come on in, everyone.
All the wonderful people with face tattoos.
I thought you were chasing something. That's why I followed you. I thought you were chasing a situation. Under that bridge. Very, very interesting. And that came from Border Patrol. The police right there, the local police just waved to me when I was walking through. They just wave hi. But the Border Patrol's like, nope, you gotta leave. So I don't know what's going on here, why they're kicking media out and kicking
they're kicking you out just like I got kicked out of the presidential
have
debate.
To come up here. You can't even go down there in that area anymore.
Well, if they're kicking Jonathan out, that's like a
Are they trying to keep this a secret now? Who owns the golf course? Who owns the golf course?
Well, there's a golf course right there.
Can I come on the golf course? Maybe
What?
They say yes.
Wait, let me back up here.
Try, guys. Try to get a U.S.-Mexican border.
Right.
Yeah. What do you guys think the solution is to this situation? Let me see your comments.
Eagles Pass, Jonathan Lee Riches. This is where Elon Musk is today.
It's the wall right up here. It just stops right here. We'll see.
So Trump did not finish.
And it's quite a distance from the river. It's go over here to the wall. My estimation, the wall. And now you guys can screenshot JLR at the wall. But the wall stops here. The wall stops here.
The wall stops. Look at that. Look at that.
And there's no wall going this way.
Okay, this is the big, beautiful wall.
And the wall is probably about, again, a few thousand feet from the Rio Grande, which is over there.
Okay, look, I will give Trump credit here that the wall is partially built. Okay, but do you see the place where it's not fully built? That's where the problem is.
Yeah, it's kind of rusty. Honestly, it's kind of rusty. Rusted wall. This is the wall that you've been hearing about on TV. I don't know if you guys ever saw it before. It's not that wide. It's just this concrete barrier and this rust.
It's rusted. Look at that. That's the wall. Why does it stop right there?
And it just goes and goes and goes. But is there such thing as a wall that you can't penetrate and can't get over? Is there really such a thing?
No, you need more than a wall. I mean, you need military down there. You need the rules of engagement. You just heard with Elon Musk, what he's saying is these guys are coming over and they're claiming asylum, okay? As in, I'm being persecuted in some way in my country, so I got to come here. These are all young men, okay? And let's see what Bill Malungan is saying, because he's got Bill. What is it? Bill Mel. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right. So this is what we got going on down there. Look at this. Here we come. We're coming in,
Hola, ¿de
everybody.
dónde son?
Hey, here we come. Young men, well dressed. Who are they? Who are these guys? Where are they coming from and what do they want? Have they been tested for COVID-19? That's my top concern. This could be a line of COVID positive. Why is it a sausage party? Where are the women? Where are the children? It's all men in their 20s. By the way, it's typically men in their 20s who tend to carry out terrorist attacks. Who are these guys? This is Eagles Pass. This is right where Elon Musk was. And you know, to me, I mean, to me, this is the top issue. This is the top issue. Whoever presents the right solution to this is the guy who will be president. Okay? This is unacceptable. This is an invasion. And they're sending men. They're not even like hot babes in bikinis. Where are those? If it was a line of hot babes in bikinis, you want to, but who are these guys? Why are they leaving their women and children behind to come in to America? Where are they from? They're probably not even from Mexico. And they're walking in. This is a problem the likes of which I haven't seen. It's gotten so bad down there. This is scary. This is scary. And if this doesn't freak you out a little bit, and this isn't a race thing. I mean, I know some of these guys are brown or they're, but no. I see men. If this was all white men, I would not care. If this was a line of white men, I mean, it doesn't matter. Where are they from? And most of these guys do look kind of white, by the way. They're wearing nice clothes. So, I mean, I'm glad that Elon Musk is showing, you know, what's going on down there. And this is just, you know, and then Jonathan Riches is down there too. I appreciate him a lot. I mean, he's, you know, if you don't follow Jonathan's channel, he's one of the great independent reporters. But
you know, multiple murderer and proud of it, and tattooed on the face. They're unrepentant, to say the least.
Yes.
It's not like they try to get the tattoo removed.
Right.
You know, most likely, if they were murdering people somewhere else and proud of it, they will continue in that tradition.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I was in West Texas, 300 miles from the border in my district, and there was a sheriff that told me a story where two folks had come over illegally from Cuba, and they were working in the oil and gas industry. They're making money, and they were going to go buy a truck and basically start a company of their own. And the plan was both of you put $30,000 to go buy this truck. They're friends. They come together. The one friend shows his $30,000, and the other friend murders him. Murders him, takes his money, dismembers his body, spreads it everywhere, and that's a friend. I mean, what I'm getting at
not much. I would say that's not much of a friend.
That's not much of a friend.
No.
But you don't know if you're willing to do that to somebody.
It's like full Breaking Bad situation.
Exactly. You just don't know, and that's what people are scared. People in American citizens are scared. They just don't feel safe. They don't know who these people are. They don't want to assume, but they also don't want to not assume. They have children. It's a safety issue.
Okay, and not only is there no end in sight, but this issue is accelerating rapidly.
Yes, and it's getting worse. The many people that are coming over now, before they would have someone in the United States to go to, or they would have money. The folks that are coming over now are impoverished. They have no money, and they have nowhere to go.
Okay.
So they're trying to scrape together some money to take a bus trip to the next destination, if you will.
I'm not, trying to contradict this guy here, but I'm not sure who this is. But Elon Musk is talking to him, and so he must know what he's talking about. But these guys look well fed. I mean, if it was women carrying babies, looking like they were starving to death, even some men in rags and crappy clothes, you know, I would be like, let's look at this from a compassionate angle. But who the hell are these men walking across? They don't look like they're hurting. I mean, he says that they're impoverished, but do these guys look impoverished to you? They don't look impoverished to me. I mean, look at this. You know, maybe a little impoverished. It's a sausage fest. And they're just coming in? No. Look. I don't care if I get called a racist for this or whatever. Because I don't know what race these guys are, and nor do I care. What are they doing here? Is there terrorists in there? They're just going to come in and claim asylum. And you heard what the guy was saying, that the claim of asylum is what they're using. And they're saying that, look, if Obama, look, this is a bipartisan issue. Obama deported more people than Trump. Obama was stronger on the border. All right. Obama said that we're not going to take all these asylum claims. But Biden, if he's running things, Biden's not running things. He's not all there. Okay. Somebody else is making this decision. And, okay, so let's go to Ron DeSantis, who decisively won that debate. All right, look, let's stop with all the Trump nonsense, okay? This is way bigger than a guy's ego, all right? But let's go, to the border. Bump. Oh yeah, so that's all going on down there. But what are the Fox News people asking at the debate? All right, let's go to this. This is just all right, let's go.
Marker to write your choice on the notepad in front of you. 15 seconds starting now. Of the people on the stage, okay, none of you have indicated that you're dropping out.
Okay, this is foolishness.
Which one of you on stage tonight should be voted off the island?
What is this, The Apprentice? This isn't a reality show. While Dana Perino from which one of you should be voted off the island? Huh? I'm like, Dana Perino, now I remember her. She was Bush's press secretary. She had shorter hair back then. I guess she's on Fox News now, but I wouldn't know. I don't watch Fox News. But how can anybody listen to that voice every day? Write down a piece of paper, a stick figure of your favorite candidate. And then everybody raise your hand when you're done. They should play a video of all those guys coming across the border when they do this. Watch how DeSantis handles it.
Please use your marker to write your choice on the notepad in front of you. 15 seconds starting now. Of the people on the stage, who should be? I'm absolutely serious.
With all due respect, we're here, we're happy to debate, but I think that's disrespectful to my fellow competitors.
Nobody wants to participate.
Let's do some questions. Let's talk about the future of the country.
We need an adult.
None of you have indicated that you're dropping out. So, which one?
DeSantis, I'm Dana Perino. DeSantis, will you please drop out? Donald Trump says that you should just drop out at this point. And his friend Beautiful Hillary asked me to tell you that. How do you take this seriously? When you got this going on, when you got this going on, and they're worried about, they're trying to turn it into an episode of The Apprentice. When you have this going on at the southern border, which is way worse than anything. Way worse than anything we've seen. Look, man, it's boy. But DeSantis handled that perfectly. All right, so we're going to run down all these clips. Should I play the Kari Lake stuff? The Kari Lake stuff is just so insignificant to me that I just don't even... She's absolutely... Okay, so I confronted Kari Lake. I got kicked out of the debate for it because confronting Princess Kari is, I guess, a crime. Oh, there's Dana Perino with Hillary Clinton right there. The Clinton Global Initiative, Hillary's Trump slush fund for her and Bill. I mean, there's so many similarities between Trump and Bill Clinton. It's just unreal. But Here's something.
Defend the decisions he's made, and also to defend why is he running on the same program in 2016 that he did not actually implement. For example, draining the swamp. He didn't fire Christopher Wray. He didn't fire Anthony Fauci. He didn't do anything to clean house. Now, all of a sudden, he's going to slay the administrative state when he gave Fauci an award his last day in office. What about all the spending and debt? They racked up massive amounts of debt, particularly in his last year in office. Of course, you're going to end up leading to inflation when you do that. So I think on issue after issue, he owes it to the voters to come out and do it. And I'd say the final thing, Bill, he's had a lot to say about me on social media, really since 2022, right before the midterm election. He started attacking me when we all Republicans were supposed to be united for a red wave. No, he tried to attack me and has been doing it a lot. It's one thing to do it behind a keyboard. Step up on stage and do it to my face. I'm ready for it. You used to say I was a great governor. Now all of a sudden you're saying the opposite. Let's have that discussion, and I'll do it. We could do it one-on-one. I was with Sean last night. Let's do that, and let's give the American people the choice that they deserve. He owes it to the voter.
He threw down the gauntlet. And this was something, I don't know if he's watching Tim Cool's spaces, but Tim Cool, a.k.a. Free, has said over and over again for the last few months that this is what DeSantis needs to do. He needs to throw down the gauntlet and say, Trump, get your fat orange ass out here and let's talk. And when I hear his supporters, I just can't talk to them. I can't talk to them. I can't interact with them. Because they go, well, what benefit would that do to him? Because their whole view is Trump-centric. They're not thinking about anything else. It's just Trump. And I just got to say right now, Mark Levin, you are the one that is causing a lot of this. I loved Mark Levin. He taught me probably more about the Constitution than anybody else. But right now, people like Mark Levin are the main problem because they continue to suck on Trump, to lick Trump's butt, and to, as disgusting as that sounds, because it is. And every one of these legal things, it's all about Trump and poor Trump. And they're doing this to Trump, that they've lost sight of what's important. Actually, say the promises that Trump said he would do and didn't do. How about that? All right, Aiden wants me to play the video of me confronting Governor Kari Lake, so I will play it. Where is it? I had it pinned up there. She's just crying. Here we go. DeSantis has become the model of the new conservative movement in the U.S. He threw the full weight of support behind Kari, Blake, and JD. Tells you everything you need to know about his incredible candidates. Charlie Kirk. DeSantis, I hope you learned your lesson on that, by the way. Okay. I know. I mean, DeSantis gets behind Republicans. He tries to help Republicans win, no matter how pathetic and whatever they are. And you got to give him credit for that. But here he is. He's challenging Trump to a one-on-one.
And you know what? Maybe we can say, since the former president didn't come here, maybe he'd be willing to do one with you and I. I think he owes it to our voters to come and make the case.
You're now challenging. So this is going to be Hannity one-on-one debate.
Let's do it. Let's do it, right?
I'll do anything. I'll ask him.
Here's the thing, though. You owe it to the voters to come and make the case. No one's entitled to anything. You can say, some poll months before. No, you got to make the case. You got to owe it to the voters. So I'm going to show up everywhere. I think that's what we were able to do. And you know what? Maybe we can say.
Oh, shoot. Okay, I was muted. Damn it. All right. So Aiden wants me to play confronting Kari Lake, Governor Kari Lake. Sorry, and I got my credentials stripped because of this at the debate. So here is the video of me confronting Lake on her lies about Ron DeSantis. Let's go. All right, and this video has 20,000 views, and let me tell you, if this was. If this was back when I was confronting the people in the, all right, hey, 12 viewers, man. This is great, guys. Hey, the people watching, I love you. You're awesome, okay? Friends and maybe a few enemies, whatever. But 16 viewers, look at that. And look, it shows up live on here. Look at that, live. It's very cool. Because this was like the greatest feature of Facebook, but Facebook censored. It's great to be able to do a live and not be censored. I'm taking advantage of this, man. 16 viewers. No, this is great. 16 people are watching this right now. All right, Aiden. Where did you go, Aiden? You know, I don't see you on here anymore. Okay, here I am confronting Governor Lake at the GOP debate, which she was at for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Maybe to tell everybody how to lose, but this had 20,000 followers or views. And if this was back when I was calling out the drag shows with the kids and stuff, it would have probably 20,000 views, but or it has 20,000 views. It probably have 200,000 views or 1 million views. But there's certain people that aren't allowed to share this, but that's fine, because you know what you do? Whatever happened to doing the right thing and letting the chips fall where they may. Hey, what's up? Chris Nelson here in Simi Valley, beautiful California, where the GOP debate is about to happen with Ron DeSantis and all those other guys. Of course, Trump is not going to be here because he doesn't have to. He doesn't owe you anything, you little scum. He should just be elevated to the position of president and possibly made emperor of the United States. And it doesn't matter. When in reality, he's just afraid to get on the debate stage with Ron DeSantis. Really, that's what's going on here. But people are arriving here. And I just spotted her. Look who we have. Governor Lake. Governor Lake, how are you going to run for Senate when you're already the governor? Hey, what did Ron DeSantis do? Did he impose mask mandates and vaccine mandates?
Sir.
Why do you lie? Why do you lie about Ron DeSantis? Hey, don't assault me. Why do you lie about Ron DeSantis? Right there where he goes, sir. See, I thought that my credentials allowed me into this area. So I got press credentials, okay? And this is the Reagan Library in Simi Valley. And I'll tell you, let me tell you something. This just reeked of elitism because you're up on a hill, okay? The Reagan Library is up on a hill. And to get up even near the top of this hill, you needed to have like double secret credentials and all these things. And all the plebes were down here. So this thing reeks of elitism to begin with. I had no idea that I wasn't allowed in this area. I thought my credentials could get me anywhere. But I'll tell you where they couldn't get me. They couldn't get me into the actual debate. Yeah, no. The press is relegated to a tent. But this was like a special press area. You know, I don't know about all, you know. Okay, so at this point, this guy starts like elbowing me. He's actually getting physical with me right here. He's like pushing me back. These are Lake's people, okay? Which are the guys that got me thrown out, by the way, of course. This is Lake and her entourage. They got out of that SUV over there. You see that SUV over there? That's from them. So they're contributing to climate change. So, but it's okay if you're an elite. Here we go. So here's the rest of it. At this, Kari Lake.
Sir, if you don't have a media road pass, you can't be here.
I do have a media pass, buddy.
Media road.
Hey, Kari Lake. What other lies are you going to make up about Ron DeSantis, Kari?
Why did Ron DeSantis close his state down?
He didn't.
Yes, he
You
did.
said he made mask mandates and vaccine mandates.
Children had to wear masks to school.
You said he did it. He did not. And he fought against those school board members.
And it's his responsibility to
You lied. You said he put in vaccine mandates, and you said no, he didn't for like a month. You said mandates. You said vaccine mandates. You said mask mandates.
Do you want my answer?
Did Ron DeSantis put in mask mandates?
Yes, he did. Ron DeSantis
No, he didn't.
made our children wear masks.
You're a liar, Kari. You're a liar. Hey, when they repossess Mar-a-Lago, where are you going to live? Huh? How can you run for Senate when you're already governor? You're a liar, Kari Lake. And the GOP needs to rid itself of people like you, Kari Lake. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Okay, there. That is where I should have ended it. Okay? That's where this whole thing should have ended. I should have walked away at this point. Okay? But do I do what I should do, or do I do what I feel like doing? And guys, young people, the people, look, there is a medium, okay, where you can call people out, but you do it like, there we go. That should have ended it right there. I probably wouldn't have gotten kicked out. I probably would have been in the spin room with Newsom and Hannity, and the rest of the thing would have gone fine. All right, but because I made my point. Yeah, I do. I knew I did do the right thing, Aiden. That confronting her, because these guys back here, they're not going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. Dave Rubin's not going to do it. Dave Rubin is crying that she unfollowed him. So Dave Rubin, you're sitting there watching whether Kari Lake is following you? Really, dude? I mean, come on, man. Kari Lake unfollowed me. Oh my goodness. You're sitting there watching that? Yes, I unfollowed you. She acts like she's like the princess of the GOP. And they had this entourage around her, and there she is. Now she goes for her little shot where she's going to lie more about DeSantis, and they're not going to call her out. This is the problem. The problem is Governor Lake gets in front of the camera, and they're not going to call her out. Politely, Kari, Governor Lake, actually, like Mehdi Hassan, the way he called out Vivek. I mean, that is journalism. Kari, I have the order in front of me. DeSantis never imposed vaccine mandates. Really, Kari? Really? Mask mandates? Look. Okay, because Kari pulled up some tweets of mine, okay? And we'll go back to this. So these are my credentials, the beautiful credentials that they took away. I wanted to have these, man. Look how cool they were. They were really thick and like laminated, and they said, "Give those to me." And I was like, and they ceremoniously took them, and they said, "You're now stripped of your credentials." Happens over and over again. Why? I'm trying to get to the bottom of things, man. Yes, she blocks everybody, Aiden. So, Dave Rubin, my question to you is, why aren't you blocked by her yet? And then her little war room, what she does is she blocks people, and then she has her little war room account, which, look, I think the war room account is run by her. Okay, I think it's her. It's her, or it's somebody close to her. But it's some little snot that runs her war room account. Okay, it's not a classy person like Christina Pushaw. It's some little snot. It's like, well, Dave, maybe you should show some more respect next time to the governor and future senator. This entitlement thing, this elitism that goes on. Even these badges look elitist. Geez, I couldn't even believe I was giving them. I mean, but who is press? Here's the thing. Okay, and I was there with Floridian Press. Okay, but who's press? Are you not allowed? Everybody in press has an opinion. But what happened to the days where, in the 70s and where people actually like cared enough to like confront people on their stuff? And if I knew that people, look, Kari Lake, if we were living in a sane world where media did their job, Kari Lake wouldn't even be allowed there. She would be laughed out of the building and wouldn't even be allowed in there to run her mouth and say her lies against the leading GOP candidate. Kari Lake's a former Democrat, and they're giving her the the red carpet treatment. She would be laughed out of the room. They would have, but they're not. They're not going to call her out because they're not there to call her out. They're there to do propaganda, okay? And they're there for Trump. This is a Trump-run event by Ronna McDaniel, the party chair who Trump endorsed and has enriched herself. And they hate Ron DeSantis. Okay, so was I going to play the rest of that? Okay, yeah, I'll play the rest of it. Okay.
Beautiful. He's gonna stand in front of this.
Children wear masks.
You're he did it for like a month. You said mandates. You said vaccine mandates.
Do you want my answer?
You said mask mandates.
Do you want my answer?
Did Ron DeSantis put in mask mandates?
Yes, he did. Ron DeSantis
No, he didn't.
Our children wear masks.
You're a liar, Kari. You're a liar. Hey, when they repossess Mar-a-Lago, where are you gonna live? Huh?
Yeah, I was being a little bit of a smartass there. Okay, all right, fine. Okay, maybe next. Okay, all right. Look, P2C dude, you catch more flies with little sugar than lemon. Maybe a little less confrontational next time. I will take that. Okay, but here's the thing. So I was there interviewing DeSantis's guys, and Perino walks by, or not Perino. That nasty old hag. What's her name? Conway. Yeah, Kellyanne Conway walks by. But I was in the middle of interviewing a DeSantis guy, which are all young, strapping, handsome men, okay? Like myself, like you, okay? And I should have said, hey, Kellyanne, where's the orange guy? Why isn't he here? But I was trying to be all professional. But they scoot in. They go fast. Do you have any idea how many times that I could have confronted somebody, but I kind of like held back a little bit? And was like, I'll catch up with them later, or this isn't the time or the place, or whatever. And they're gone. They slip in, and then media isn't allowed in, so you're screwed. So I just like, look, when I see somebody that I want to confront, I pounce. Okay, that's what I do. Is that not what press is supposed to do? Calling her out on her lies as being an activist? I called DeSantis out. Okay, watch. Hold on a second. Watch. So please, if you want to call me a DeSantis activist, let's just go back a little bit. Hold on. Reopen. Open. Chris called out. Okay. All you got to do is look up reopen Chris called out. There's my pillow guy. And you can see all the people that I called out. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Reopen Chris call out. All right. Where's me calling out DeSantis? Okay, let's say call out DeSantis. All right. And we'll go back. Oh, there's Loomer. Oh, geez. And I'll tell. Oh, yeah. By the way, let me tell you something here about Loomer. This is called loomering somebody. Okay. She actually came up with the term for it. All right. She doesn't do it anymore because she's more she's gotten into the Trump lane, and her hair looks great there. But what's up with those shorts? I mean, oh my goodness. But, this is called loomering somebody. And this is, by the way, why I developed a little respect for Laura Loomer. Okay. Yeah, they're a little arrogant for sure. Loomer actually invented this. Well, I don't know if she invented it, but it's actually termed after her. Loomering somebody is when you go to somebody like Kari Lake or somebody in the media that the media is not asking them the questions that they need to be asked. Yeah, I get it. She looks a little bit like Jigsaw. Okay. But look, everybody who does this Twitter thing and this stuff, we're all just a little bit nuts. Okay. You can't deny it. We're all just like normal people don't do this stuff. Okay. So Laura's a little crazy. I'm a little crazy. We're all a little crazy. Laura's gone crazy with the DeSantis and his wife and Patrick Howley. He's a nut job too. But, but these guys, I used to, look up to them a little bit, or not really look up to them, but I used to respect some of their work, but they've got the Trump mind virus. But, that's what it's called. So okay. let's go to a time that I called out Ron DeSantis. Here is one time I called out Ron DeSantis in 2021 when he was the Broward government, because what Lake is saying is like, oh, gee, you know, there were mask mandates in Florida, okay? And here are all the Trump people. There's a Trump person. These are all the Trump. There's a mask person there. These are all the. This is at Club 45. These are all the Trump people fawning over DeSantis because at the time it was popular to do that. Okay, but here I am calling him out. All right, let's watch.
Rein in these tyrannical local governments. Rein in Broward County government. Rein them in. Fire Mayor Steve Geller.
I can't have you screaming while he's signing the bill. Could you promise just not to please?
End masking on children.
Okay, I'm telling him to end masking on children. Did you hear that person there? Like, oh, he can't talk about this when he's signing the bill. Okay, well, guess what? DeSantis, within a couple weeks, signed a law or an executive order ending the mask mandates on kids. And then after that, he had to take on these school boards that told him to go to hell. And he pulled their funding until they did what he said. So look, I will call, my point is, I'm not knocking DeSantis here. I will call him out. I will call any of them out. But DeSantis responded to the people, okay? So let's go back. All right, so my point is, I've called out DeSantis many times. That's what you're supposed to do, by the way, in my opinion. I mean, you know, I don't think media is there to kiss the ass of politicians, including DeSantis. But why am I going to hate on DeSantis? Look, DeSantis delivers. There's trending. It's true. He look at Elon Musk in that cowboy hat. He gets things done. DeSantis does. He does deliver. Okay? There I was calling him out, and I could play a bunch of them, but I'll probably lose viewers. But yeah, I did. In 2021, I was very big on trying to push DeSantis into doing the right thing, because what was happening was he didn't do any mask mandates. He didn't do any vaccine mandates. He banned vaccine passports. But these little douchebags in the Broward government, including the Penguin, Steve Geller, who was the Broward mayor at the time, a total nutcase and germaphobe and hypochondriac, who didn't come out of his basement for like a year and a half. Like, we can afford to not come out of our basement. Look, COVID-19 was a really like elitist kind of virus. Like the people that like had a lot of money in the laptop class, they did fine. Or the you know, but it was people that like, hey, look, I have to leave my house and run my freaking business to eat. Okay, that's like people my age. We were, you know, they were like, screw you, you know, we don't want to catch a cold, so we're gonna ruin your life. Okay, even though we were sitting on a pile of money, Geller, the Penguin, came out of his basement, this big beard, and oh my goodness, he looked so unhealthy. He was like 800 pounds and all pasty and white, and he comes out and you know, you know, was just bucking DeSantis every way he could. Like, DeSantis says we're not doing mask mandates, but and he was talking to Dr. Fauci all the time. Yeah, it's true. Dr. Fauci did come to Florida. Dr. Fauci made multiple trips to Florida, and so did Birx in 2020. And they were meeting with pastors, they were meeting with rabbis, they were meeting with these local governments, they were talking about how to undermine Ron DeSantis, okay? And the problem was reining these guys in, which DeSantis did. Okay, I'll go back to confronting Lake. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Jack Posobiec. Such a moron. DeSantis delivers. Look, it's still trending. 18 hours it's been trending. Wow. The Kraken. When are we going to release the Kraken? Yeah, shame on you, Jenna Ellis, for putting out my private messages with you. You know, I mean, yeah, I make a few bucks to set up some interviews, okay? That's nothing wrong with that. people that copy and paste text messages, it's just like, I would, unless it was to like prove that I didn't do that, somebody was lying, I would never do that. Who the hell does that? Takes text messages between two people and puts them in a tweet. Even if they're like, even if it's like stuff, you work that out. You say, you work that out. It's private. Don't trust her, man. Okay, so grifters everywhere, man. And they're not. Do you notice they're migrating from Trump to DeSantis because they know DeSantis is going to win. So they're migrating over, and but they're still grifters. It's going to be harder to grift the DeSantis base than the Trump base is the easiest marks in the whole country to grift, but the DeSantis base has a couple more brain cells. Here I am confronting Ronald McDonald McDaniel, who did not have the time for me, and you see how these guys were scooting in.
Hey, Ronna McDaniel. Hi, I'm Chris Nelson. Just have a question.
I'm meeting family right now, so I'm not taking
Well, there's been a question about you making triple a salary after having losses. Do you think that's right? All right, just a question. She didn't want to answer.
All right, okay. So see,
Hey, Ronna McDaniel.
Nice.
Hi, I'm Chris Nelson. Just have a question.
I'm meeting family
I don't
right
have
now,
time
so
for
I'm
you,
not
you
taking
scumbag.
There's been a question about you
Plebe.
making triple a salary after having losses. Do you think that's right?
Okay, she in 2 years, in 2 election cycles where the Republicans should have had absolute victory, this woman who was handpicked by Trump led us to 2 straight election cycles of utter defeat. The culture of losing is her. If you want to know what the culture of losing is, it's her. Ronna McDaniel, and look at this. Look at her laughing. How much is that bag right there? Look at the bags they're carrying. How much do you think those bags are? $500, $600. They're laughing it up. Look at her. She's laughing it up. They think it's great. That's her family there. Oh, man, we're doing great. See, losing equals winning to these people. Is that her daughter? Ugh. Oh, look at me. We're doing good. Screw you. Don't you know who I am? Losing equals winning to these people. They lose, but she triples her salary. How does that happen? In a year, in 2022, where there should have been this red wave, it was up. In Florida, we had it, thanks to DeSantis, but look at them. Laughing it up. They think it's hilarious. What is that, her husband there? They're just laughing it up. They're sucking on the teat. They're just, they're grifters. This is the grifter queen right here, Ronna McDaniel. Put there by Trump. All right? And you see how they scoot in really fast because they don't want to answer any questions.
Well, there's been a question about you making triple a salary after having losses. Do you think that's right?
Where else do you get rewarded for losing?
All right, just a question. She didn't want to answer.
Where else do you get rewarded for losing other than the GOP? They get rewarded for losing. You lose, you get rewarded. No, in the rest of life, you lose and you get fired. All right, and then if you win, is when you get a raise. You don't lose and then get a raise. All right, so let's go to these DeSantis clips, and then we'll wrap it up here. Where's the rest of me confronting? Because I want to show this Governor Lake. I'm not muted, am I? Okay, good. All right, and then we'll go to the DeSantis clips, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. Where am I? Oh, this is one of my favorite clips ever. Governor Lake. Oh yeah, DeSantis. This was a time. This was, I think, 2021. DeSantis was having a press conference at a college, and this was an obvious setup. They put college kids behind him, all in masks, most of them African American. And this was obvious a setup. Look how DeSantis calls out this setup and doesn't fall for it. Watch.
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
There it comes on.
All right. Well, it's good to be at USF.
Yeah, you see that?
You do not have to wear those masks. I mean, please take them off. Honestly, it's not doing anything, and we got to stop with this COVID theater. So if you want to wear it, fine, but this is ridiculous.
That is a dad right there.
All right. Well, it's
Look at
good to
him
be at
taking that
USF.
mask off, and look at his face right there. This is a guy that wanted mask mandates, Kari. You know, Kari, you're such a liar. How many tweets are there of you just loving on DeSantis when it was politically convenient for you? Okay. I don't even know. I don't know what Kari Lake believes in. She doesn't believe in God. She wears a cross, but she ain't a Christian. She's a liar. You can't lie and be a Christian. I mean, but look at that. I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful. Kraken lady. I hope they throw her in jail. Nobody deserves to be in jail more than Sidney Powell. All right, so okay, so I'll play the rest of me confronting Governor Lake. Yes, I interviewed after they kicked me out. I went down with the plebes and I interviewed Brick Suit. Okay, that's Brick Suit, and oh boy, I mean, just for a picture with me, he got so much hatred from the Dillies, and I'd never heard of Dilly. Brandon Dilly. He's like, hey, I'm gonna make a meme of you. I'm gonna meme you. The Dilly meme team. You're a fucking asshole, Chris. The Dilly meme team. We're gonna make it's a little city, and then a little meatball comes out, and then a little, it's like, what are you, 10? It's just a nasty guy, but Brick Suit is a pretty nice guy, and I don't, I know his thinking is Trump centric, but he's a nice guy. He's nice to me, then that's fine. But everybody was just hating on him in the comments. How dare you be in a picture with Chris Nelson? Jeez. All right, here's the rest of me confronting Governor.
Back then, but now you're against him. Why did you praise him then, but now you're against him, Kari? Is it because your orange master told you to? Who's too afraid to debate Ron DeSantis, by the way? Kari Lake, the DeSantis of the West. Remember, she was the DeSantis of the West. I mean, more like the Wicked Witch of the West, but she was the DeSantis of the West. Now she don't like DeSantis anymore, and she's lying about him. She's going on TV here to lie about him even more.
All true.
Hey, why isn't Trump here? Why is Trump too afraid of Ron DeSantis? Why isn't Trump here, Kari? What is he afraid of? Because Trump turned the country over to Fauci. Because it was Donald Trump who wanted mask mandates, and it was Ron DeSantis who fought back against him, Kari. And that's why you praise him, remember? But now you've turned into a liar and a grifting hack, unfortunately. Sad, Kari Lake, sad.
All right, there's another spot where I should have ended it. If I had ended it there, I probably wouldn't have gotten thrown out. But no, I'm such a bad person. I'm so bad, guys. I'm so bad. I'm just so evil. I'm so evil, horrible. I'm so bad. I couldn't help it. I had to go back. I couldn't just let well enough be alone there. I did great things, but no, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. Okay, let's watch the rest of it.
Kari Lake. Kari Lake, the DeSantis of the West. Lying Kari Lake. Coming here to the debate. Trump's too afraid to. But, he sends his surrogates.
At this point, they were already on to me, okay? Because I'll tell you what happened. Lake's entourage had already called security by this point, okay? Let me just ask you this. If I had been Laura Loomer, okay, and this is the kind of work that Loomer used to do, by the way, and that was Ron DeSantis standing there, do you think she would have gotten thrown out? Loomer would have never gotten credentialed, but do you think she would have gotten thrown out? I doubt it. All right. Chris has to go back for more because I am who I am, and but I think at this point my fate was already sealed. But here we go.
Kari, you loved DeSantis last year, but now you don't love him anymore. Why not? It was Trump that put the vaccine through. It was Trump that did vaccine and mask mandates, Kari, on all the military bases. Why don't you call him out for that? Whatever happened to the DeSantis of the West, huh, Kari? Stop lying, Kari.
What's your name? Can I get your name?
Yeah, there we go. What's your name?
You're no longer allowed to.
You're no longer allowed to be here. Okay. This woman right here. All right, she's the one that tossed me out. It was that woman right here. And I think the writing was already on the wall about 2 minutes later. So really going back and doing that, like I was already on my way to getting tossed out. So, but this woman here, it's interesting because there was an article in the Daily Beast about this, and the Reagan Library actually put out a statement. What did they say? Daily Beast, Chris Nelson. Okay, all right. Kari Lake and you gotta love this. Pro DeSantis reporter, and okay, this is hilarious. I gotta show you this. All right, this is funny. Uh-oh, my thing might be running out. Oh no, am I running out of battery? No, I'm running out of battery. No. Kari Lake and pro DeSantis reporter, so he says, get into screaming match at GOP event. Was that a screaming match? Was that a screaming match? I don't think that was was that a screaming match? I don't think that was a screaming match. But Zachary Pedrizzo, okay, everybody knows Zachary. Zachary, if you want to know who Zachary is, he's pretty well known. He's a lib. I don't hate Zachary. Honestly, I despise Kari Lake more than I despise Zachary Pedrizzo. Pro Ron DeSantis reporter Chris Nelson. Okay, do you have to put the reporter in quotes like that? I mean, reporter. That's what this guy calls himself. It's like, look, what do you call these other guys? I mean, they're everybody's got an opinion, okay? By not calling her out, I think you're more look, when it comes down to this stuff, I think by not calling out the lies of Kari Lake, you're more of an activist than I am. I'm doing what their job is supposed to be. But okay, here's a why did Ron DeSantis close his date down? In one particular shot, Nelson asked Lake where she was going to live when they repossessed Mar-a-Lago. That was funny. I'm glad you included that. Okay, so here we go. The Reagan Library, which hosted the debate, eventually revoked Nelson's media credentials over his behavior. Oh, you suck. My behavior is so bad. This is bad. I'm calling out Kari Lake. This is GOP establishment royalty we're talking about here, okay? You're no longer allowed in here, the unidentified organizer said while calling for security backup. I saw security escort him out, a source told the Daily Beast. Melissa Giller, okay, here's the statement. Chief Marketing Officer at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute told the Daily Beast that Nelson got the boot over not following the rules. Credentialed media for security reasons needed to stay in the areas where they were credentialed for. Although this gentleman was credentialed, he wasn't credentialed for the outdoor area he was in, Giller said. Well, then why didn't anybody say anything to me before? I was standing out there for literally 2 hours. Nobody told me I couldn't be there until I started bothering Lake. But he was heckling a guest when she was being interviewed, which went on for quite some time, 4 minutes to be exact. After being asked a few times, was I asked a few times in that video? No. Who was asking me? Look, here's the thing. If anybody had come up, if somebody had come up and said, Chris, you got to go, I would have said, okay. I would have gone. I get it. I can follow orders, okay? When somebody tells me, Chris, okay, enough, you got to move on. I would have said, okay, I got it. And I would not have said another damn word to her. But this woman came up to me ready to go. Okay, so Javier, who I work for, and Javier's a great guy. Okay, one of the best guys in media. Okay, runs the Floridian. I did not want to make him look bad. Okay, that was not the point. All right. But they said I was heckling a guest after being asked to move a few times. The only way we could get him to move was to finally get him to move. That's a lie. The only way we could finally get him to move was to revoke his pass. That is a lie. Okay? That's a lie. He's remorseful, but Nelson hasn't apologized publicly or returned the Billy Beast for comment. Okay. Okay. So, look. All right. Okay. I did what I did. DeSantis didn't close beaches. Trump did. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it was the local governments that were closing these. I mean, I did. And this was back when the Trump people loved me. Okay. Let's go to that. All right. So this is okay. Just for the record, that's a lie. If they look. If that lady had told me, Chris, you got to go. By the way, she identified herself as being with Fox News. And I should have kept the camera going. Here, let's go back to that. I should have kept the camera going. And anybody that's in a situation like this, number one, you want to keep the camera going. And you want to find out who they are exactly. Who you just don't be like mean or blah blah blah, but like, you know, when you're being kicked out of an event like that where you're credentialed or whatever, you want to make sure to find out who is kicking you out, who they're with, and why they're doing it. Okay, those are questions.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
And then of course you cooperate.
Lake.
Okay,
I might get kicked out for it, but called her out.
All right. So it was that woman right there. That woman on the phone right there. That's the one that kicked me out, and it was because it was at the behest of Lake's people. Her right there, and I asked her who she was off camera, and she said she was with Fox Business and Fox, or she said Fox Business is revoking your credential, is what she told me. Okay. And then she got the security guards to come over. And the security guards, they're just following orders. They're not, there's never any point in arguing with security guards or people that are just following orders, because they're just following orders. You want to, unless it's like police arresting you for like not enforcing masks at your gym. Then you're like, dude, you took an oath to the Constitution. What the hell's wrong with you? But in this case, it was her. And I'd love to get her name. Of course, they wouldn't give her name. But what I should have done, and what any one of you should do if you're in a situation like this, is you on camera say, "What's your name? I just want to get your name. Who are you with? And can you tell me why I'm being removed?" So you get all that on record, so they can't go and lie about it later. Okay, or say, "Look, you saw this video. Had she said to me, Chris, stop messing with Kari Lake. If you do it again, we're kicking you out." I would have said, okay. And I would not have said another word to Lake. I was done. I was done at this point. I was not going to, after this, there was no point in talking to Lake. I wanted to talk to Newsom later, but, and have a good interview with Newsom actually, but I didn't get to do that because I got kicked out. But no, I was done at this point. All she had to do was say, "Chris, stop it." And you saw, other than that one guy telling me, "Oh, you're not allowed back here." And I did. I left the tent. I left the tent area and I walked around. Nobody told me. I had been standing there interviewing people in this area for 2 solid hours. Nobody said anything to me until I went and I talked to Kari Lake. Then as soon as Kari Lake was involved and her people were involved, then it became a problem. Okay? That's when it became a problem. It was Kari Lake's people that demanded I be removed. Okay? And I shut my camera off because I tried to make nice with this lady, and I said I turned the camera off and I said, "Look, I won't bother her anymore. I won't interview her or ask her any more questions." And she was like, no, you're done. You're done. You're out of here. Security. She wasn't, you can tell who's calling the shots there. And my question is, why is a Democrat operative like Kari Lake allowed to come in and lie about the leading candidate for the GOP unimpeded? Why isn't Kari Lake removed? Kari Lake should be the one to be removed. She shouldn't be there. So always get on video. Just don't be hostile or anything, because you'll get arrested. I mean, they can have you arrested. You don't want to get arrested. But to say, hey, look, for documentation purposes, who are you? Who are you with? And tell me why I'm being removed, and that will work for you later. But there we go. That's what happens when you confront Kari Lake. Hey, kitty cat. Oh, Panther. My Panther. He's a very, very cute little cat. Hey, Panther. Come here, Panther. You gonna run away? You gonna run away? I love you, Panther. This is my beloved Panther. He is the sweetest cat in the whole world. And he loves me. All right, Panther, look at the screen. Look at, oh, there he is. Look at him. He's my son. This is my son, Panther. Oh, he's so sweet. I gave you kitty cat dinner. Yes, I did. I gave him kitty cat dinner already. Hey, Panther, you want to be a guest? A very sweet cat. Yes, you are. Oh, he wants down now. Okay. All right, guys. So, oh yeah, I wanted to play a couple clips of DeSantis. Is anybody still watching? Oh, I got 7 people still watching. Check this out. Hey guys, you're awesome. So either there's people that like to watch this, or just haters that are looking for me to say something wrong. Either way, I love all of you. Okay. Let's hear from 10 people. Let me tell you, this has been the best one so far. I got 10 people still watching. How cool is that? And wait, the live thing should be up. Why isn't my picture should be saying live? Whatever. So oh yeah, after that I went down and hung out with there were all these protesters down there and stuff, people with SEIU. I got some video. I interviewed Brick Suit. I saw all the Trump people. Everybody was pretty much getting along down there. And then there was all these really pro-Ukraine people down there too. And it was like, okay, whatever. Man, there's a lot of people that just really love Ukraine. I'm like, oh yeah. All right, so okay, I don't, whatever. I just don't think we should be like sending them all our money. That's all. Okay, let's go to Ron DeSantis at the debate, who clearly is the obvious winner of the debate. He did such a great job, such a good job. Good job, Ron. Because all this was stacked against him. They're asking him bozo questions. They're asking him like silly stuff. Can you everybody, can you draw a picture of the person on the stage that you think shouldn't be on here? You have 10 seconds. Use the magic marker and the crayons in front of you. Go. Like who what kind of like fantasy world does Dana Perino live in? I mean, it's not the world I live in. I mean, these people are so out of touch with they live in their gated communities. All right.
One of you on stage tonight should be voted off the island.
This is silly.
Please use your marker to write your choice on the notepad in front of you. 15 seconds starting now. Of the people on the stage, who should be? I'm absolutely serious.
With all due respect, I mean, we're here, we're happy to debate, but I think that's disrespectful to my fellow competitors.
Nobody wants to participate.
Let's do some questions. Let's talk about the future of the country.
Screw
None of you have indicated that you're dropping
in other
out.
Words, screw you. You're a
which
joke.
One of you
You're a
on
joke,
stage tonight?
Dana Perino. You're a joke. Go back to your gated community and your little pampered lifestyle, okay? So sick of these creeps. I don't even know. Dana Perino is a throwback to the Bush administration. What, does she have a show on Fox News? I don't know. I don't watch that crap. Here we go.
I was just at the 9/11 memorial with the families. My wife and I were invited. It's very touching to be there, and it affected my life because I ended up joining the military as a result of that. I had been a blue-collar kid, minimum wage in Dunedin, Florida. I ended up getting through Yale and Harvard Law School and somehow came out more conservative than when I went in, and that is not easy to do. Had a lot of opportunities to make money, but I wanted to serve, and I'll never forget coming back on the plane from Iraq, landing in Coronado, California, North Island, and feeling that breeze off the Pacific Ocean, say, you know what? I am lucky to have been born an American, and I think being able to serve, and I'll be the first president elected since 1988 who's actually served overseas in a war, I think that's going to help me as commander-in-chief to know how you see these issues and understand that there are real lives at stake for people that wear the uniform.
And we know that.
I also just want to come back to something Dana asked last segment about 9/11, because I was just at the 9/11.
He looks fantastic, doesn't he? He just looks fantastic. Okay, let's run down the other things that he said. He threw down the gauntlet with Trump, said, hey, let's do a mano. Okay, there's that.
Since the former president didn't come here, maybe he'd be willing to do one with you and I. I think he owes it to our voters to come and make the case.
You're now challenging it. So this is going to be Hannity one-on-one debate.
Let's do it. Let's do it, right?
I'll do anything.
So,
I'll ask him.
Here's the thing, though. You owe it to the voters to come and make the case. No one's entitled to anything. You know, you can say, oh, there's some poll months before. No, you got to make the case. You got to owe it to the voters. So I'm going to show up everywhere. I think that's what we were able to do. And you know what? Maybe we can say, since the former president.
Little polls. The polls, he's very down in the polls. I don't need to come to the debate because the polls. Okay, Trump, you live and die by the polls, buddy. All right? You live by the polls, you got to die by the polls, buddy. Your precious little polls there that are just propaganda pieces. All right.
Stances I took in Florida. These are that's my proven track record, and that's what I want to bring to the White House. That's your message.
I think it's leadership, and I think it's deliverables, because we can have great sloganeering, we can have great debates, but if we're not ultimately going to get this done, then none of it matters. And one of the things I've been thinking about lately, because preparing here, I looked at Reagan's farewell address. So in 2033 in January, what would I say to the American people after serving 2 terms? And that's really the vision of, you're going to be able to get ahead again in this country. We're going to have an economy that works for people. We're going to have our sovereignty restored and borders enforced. We're going to make sure that we have education, not indoctrination. We will be the world's leading superpower. We will fend off the threat from China successfully. We're not going to have crime overrunning every city in America anymore, and we're going to restore the Constitution so that we have a limited government that works beside us and on our behalf, not a weaponized government that comes after us. If we can do that, then we will have restored the shining city on the hill that Reagan talks about, and we'll be able to turn over America to our kids and grandkids better than we found it.
Wow, a candidate actually talking about the Constitution. Go figure. The Constitution? Really? Trump's never read the Constitution. He doesn't care about the Constitution. The Constitution is nothing to him. He doesn't care. Right, the voting off the island thing. I mean, the Constitution is not something that Trump is even in his mind.
President didn't come here. Maybe he'd be willing.
He did that. All right, so let's go. All right, let's just go here. This will make it easier. Very concise. He's got all the clips right up here. So let's just run down it. Okay. Here we go on the border. All right.
That is why, as Commander-in-Chief, I'm going to use the U.S. military to go after the Mexican drug cartels. They are killing our people. And the stories that I've seen in Florida, we had an infant, 18 months. Parents rented an Airbnb. And apparently the people that had rented it before were using drugs. The infant was crawling, the toddler was crawling on the carpet and ingested fentanyl residue and died. Are we just going to sit here and let this happen, this carnage happen in our country? I am not going to do that. So I guarantee you on day one, this border is going to be a day one issue for me as president. We're going to declare it a national emergency. Yes, we'll build the wall. We'll do remain in Mexico. But those Mexican drug cartels are going to be treated like the foreign terrorist organizations that they are.
President Pence.
That is why everything he said I agree with. that is why, as Commander-in-Chief, I'm going to use the
See, I'm sure that these moderators, they were told by the Trump camp how to be. They were told, because look at all the questions they asked DeSantis. The questions they asked DeSantis, it was all like, this whole debate was about DeSantis. Okay, does anybody doubt at all that he means what he says? Okay, that border is going to be taken care of. All right, let me tell you, those people that are just waltzing on in, that's going to stop on day one with Ron DeSantis. I mean, it is 100%. He's going to take care of that.
Signs of the decaying of America. We can't be successful as a country if people aren't even safe to live in places like Los Angeles and San Francisco. Just being in Southern California over the last couple of days, my wife and I have met 3 people who have been mugged on the street, and that would have never happened 10 or 20 years ago. In Florida, we back the blue. We support the men and women of law enforcement. They are keeping us safe. We have a 50-year low in the crime rate. And yes, when I had 2 progressive prosecutors that weren't following the law in Florida, I removed them from their posts, and the people of Florida are safer as a result of it. As president, I will use the Justice Department to bring civil rights cases against all of those left-wing Soros-funded prosecutors. We're not going to let them get away with it anymore. We want to reverse this country's decline. We need to choose law and order over rioting and disorder. Well, the crime in these cities is one of the strongest signs of the
Dana Perino. These people that say Fox News is against Trump, I mean, what planet are they living on? Philip Bump. Philip Bump. Philip Bump. 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 Philip Bump. Oh, what do you have to say, Philip Bump? Philip Bump.
Companies like Google and Meta have too much power. Doesn't going after them give China an edge?
No, I think you look at how our societies develop. They have huge amount of power over our society. They've cracked down on free speech. We're not saying you don't want them to do business, but you want it to be a free market. And right now they're monopolies. But this issue of China, I think, is really going to be fundamental. We have subcontracted out so much of our national needs to the CCP. We rely on them for a whole host of issues. We need to reshore and we need to decouple all those important industries. We need to get that back in the United States. They are our top geopolitical adversary by a country mile. Xi Jinping's got huge ambitions, not only in the Asia Pacific, but as you mentioned earlier, in our region. But ultimately, we've got to beat him on the economy. And so that's what we'll do as president of the United States.
Governor DeSantis, you say companies like Google and Meta have too much power. Doesn't going after them give China an edge?
Oh, yeah.
No, I think you look at how our societies develop. They have huge
Karen,
amount of...
You're absolutely right, Karen. State governors should be stopping the invasions when the federal government fails. Correct. That's why DeSantis has deployed people from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement
Power over
and the state, he's deployed, I think the state guard, but the people from Florida have gone to the border and been collaborating with the Arizona government there to stop this. Okay. So DeSantis has already taken action on this. Karen, you're absolutely right with that. U.S. Marshals will go after tyrants. Yes. You saw that. I was actually out in Arizona. This made me so mad. I was like 2 hours away from the border. And my wife's like, no, we gotta go to Flagstaff. I'm like, oh my goodness, let me go to the border and because DeSantis announces his press conference. I know everybody thinks that I'm like have some in with DeSantis, but I just get the same press releases as anybody. And they go, oh, DeSantis is going to be at the border, and the press releases come out 2 hours before it. And I'm like, this is like 2 hours away, and I'm like, no, we're going to. So I missed that one, but I caught him in New Hampshire. But yeah, he's down there at the border, and he's already doing it. I mean, he's doing more on the border than Biden. The border is the craziest thing to me. I mean, that to me that's just insane. I've never seen that in my life. People walk. I mean, that's a recipe for disaster. You know what is happening down there? It's absolutely insane. What's up with Hobbs? Oh yeah, I'm sure all the QAnon people are going crazy. I don't know. She's probably getting a surgery or something. That would be my guess. When a governor or a president, remember when Biden had to go get his colonoscopy, his finger up his butt. Kamala Harris became president for like 2 days. That's probably what happened with this Arizona thing with Hobbs, but of course all the Kari Lake nutcases and all the QAnon retards are all like, well, you know, it's true. It's Kari Lake is the real governor of Arizona. And, you know, just nah. My guess would be Katie Hobbs went through surgery. That would be my guess. Nothing to freak out about or anything. All right. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Check this out.
Guys have said
Here's the
things,
fact.
and I appreciate a lot of the things they're saying.
Nikki
I'm
Haley.
the only one up here who's gotten in the big fights and has delivered big victories for the people of Florida, and that's what it's all about. You can always talk, but when it gets hot in there, when they're shooting arrows at you, are you going to be stand up for parents' rights, to keep the state free? Are you going to be able to do all those things? And in the state of Florida, because of our success, the Democratic Party lies in ruins. We have won the big fights. We have turned our state into a Republican state. People respond to leadership. I've done it while others have talked about it.
Ron, let me finish
All
this
these
first.
guys have said.
The other guys, I don't even know what they're really even doing up there. Why is Pence up there? Like Swami Wami has been, you know, he's been exposed for a fraud. They're trying to prop up Nikki Haley now. The guy in the middle is the only one that matters right now. And he's going to be facing off with Newsom. And I think Trump, he threw down the gauntlet with Trump, said, let's do mano a mano. That's what everybody wants to see. It's going to be DeSantis versus Trump or DeSantis versus Newsom. I mean, that's really what we want to see. That's the debate we deserve. Arizona Senate has laid out RICO indictments against Katie Hobbs. All right. Okay. All right. Maybe they have. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell with some of this stuff with whether it's, you know, if it's Bannon, like Gateway Pundit type QAnon stuff or InfoWars. It's like you can't really tell if it's real or not. But okay. Let me Google it really quick. Arizona RICO charges. Oh, no, that's not true. You got to watch out where you get your stuff from. Karen, Arizona has not laid out RICO indictments against Katie Hobbs. That's about the same as saying that Oprah is going to be facing a military tribunal at Gitmo. Just do a Google search, and you can find out what's real and what's not. My guess would be that Katie Hobbs probably had some kind of surgery where she was under the knife, or she was put out. She was put under anesthesia, because when a president or a governor is put under anesthesia, they're not the governor anymore for like a day. Like when Biden was put under anesthesia for his colonoscopy, he was technically, Kamala Harris, as scary as that is, was president for that day. And all the conspiracy people went nuts that day and stuff like that. Now, you just got to watch where you get your news. Don't, like, really, a Google search tells you about what's true, like 90, except for when it comes to vaccines. Okay, then you want to go somewhere else. But most of the time, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, a Google search will tell you what's true and what's not. It just will. I know people aren't going to like to hear that, but it's just the case. I mean, I'm tired of all the conspiracy stupidity. Okay, I'm tired of the stupidity. We're not seeing, people not ready. I hope Karen, I just got to tell you, look. I like to live in the realm of reality. I try not to play in the realm of fantasy, because it's just like, look, the vaccine, I wouldn't take it, but does it have microchips in it and Nephilim DNA? No. Okay. You know, I like to stay in the realm of reality. Oh my goodness. Karen, are you a QAnon person? Are you a QAnon? No, are you just laughing? No, Hillary Clinton is still alive and well. She was not hung after a military tribunal. No, she was not replaced. No, there's not going to be military tribunals at Gitmo. By the way, DeSantis actually did military tribunals at Gitmo. He was like Tom Cruise in A Few Good Men, or he was like, or Kevin Bacon. He was like the prosecutor in A Few Good Men. For military tribunals, where like people in the mostly it was like sexual type stuff, or they misbehaved in some way, and then they'd have a military tribunal, and they could, in the military, they can like dock your pay, they can throw you in the stocks or the brig or whatever the hell it is, they can do things to you. It's a different justice system, and that's what Ron DeSantis did. He was a JAG officer at Gitmo, which is I'm surprised that the QAnon people haven't weaved him into their fantasy somehow. But I try to stay in the realm of reality because in reality it's not as exciting as the QAnon stuff, but it's still reality. So I like to stay with what's real. It just is what it is. All right, just a couple more clips. Bump, bump. Why did you need that bump, 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 bump? Why bump? Why bump? Why bump? Oh, look. DeSantis, I absolutely support impeachment.
Absolutely. This family is potentially the most corrupt presidential family in history. Joe Biden's already lied about the business dealings. We know that. We now see $250,000 going to Biden's address from China. So this stinks to high heaven. They're right to do it, and I support it. I would also point out that, when you talk about things like impeachment, one of the things is just violating your oath of office. And I look at what's happening at the southern border. He took an oath to support and defend the Constitution, make sure that the laws are faithfully executed, and he has absolutely defaulted on that obligation, and we see the carnage that's happened. So I think there's a whole host of things to look at, but certainly this corruption is real. They need to produce the goods, of course, but where there's smoke, there's fire. And here's the thing: if all this was on the up and up, I don't think he would have been lying about it for all these years.
We'll see. Do you support the investigation into President?
Where there's flames is chronic, either you high or you ain't. I ain't playing, you ain't playing. I'm a ticket AK. All right. Impeach him on the border. We need to impeach Joe Biden. Impeach Joe Biden, guys. If you want to impeach Joe Biden, the guy to do it is Ron DeSantis. He knows how to do it. He knows what he's doing. You need competence, not people that watch Bannon's War Room and get all their information from there. Not people that watch Jack Posobiec and get all their information from there. You need a guy that's competent. If you want to impeach Biden, the way to do it is to impeach him on the border, because that's one of his jobs as president, is to keep the border secure, which he's not doing. You saw at the beginning, Elon Musk was down there. Jonathan Richards is down there. You see what's going on at Eagle Pass. The wall is not complete. Trump in 4 years, and it's partially complete. So, of course, they're coming in where it's not. And Biden has messed up with the rules of engagement. People are allowed to claim asylum. Biggest problem on the border. People are allowed to claim asylum that really aren't needing asylum. They're just saying it. They're not being persecuted in their country. And it's a sausage fest. It's all men coming in. There's no women coming in with babies and stuff. And it's just young men in their 20s, well-dressed, walking in like holding cell phones. Oh, where do I go now? It needs to stop. And DeSantis is the guy who can do it. Please, I need to get paid. Please subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, what's up? At Reopen Chris on X. Share this. Like it. Subscribe. I should have said share earlier. It's interesting. When I say share, people do share it. Like all of a sudden I see people share it. Share it now. Can you share this now if you're watching? So more people watch. You can donate to me at reopenchris.com. If you'd like to leave a donation. It's been awesome. Today's September 28th, 2023. Have a fantastic Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll see you back here Monday, guys. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Karen? Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, Karen. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate you, Karen. I know I do. I appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. Appreciate you, Kevin, Aiden, everybody who tuned in tonight. Have a great night.